Am I just tired? Maybe I am just tired. Alright, let's get this guy going. It's not even on the way that it should be. What if I do it like that? No, what I should do. Yeah. And I could sit on it. There we go. Oh, it's so much smarter. Oh, I can't believe it took me that long to figure out how to wear a freaking blanket. Okay. Jeez Louise. I swear, every second someone is doing construction. Every second. And they go in circle. They do. Guys, yesterday I had a little bit of a breathing scare. Sorry, 2 days ago. It was yesterday was Monday. Wow, I was really out of it yesterday. I don't know, something's wrong with me. Hi, hummingbird. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know, I'm getting a little worried. No cap. Guess I'm just trying to keep myself going. We're gonna organize my papers today. So my papers. I have a bunch of I've been waiting for, I applied for disability and I've been waiting to kind of close things on that and hear from them and everything, and I feel like I'm kind of coming to the end of them making a decision, and I'm waiting on some things, so I'm putting all that paperwork together. And then I also have a discrimination case too with my old employer, and I'm putting together all of my paperwork from that also into binders, just because I feel like it would take some stress off me if things were in one space and then I could just identify it and then I don't have to hold it inside. It could just be there and not in 4 different, it's the weirdest thing. I don't know. Yesterday, though, I reorganized all my posts, so that felt really good. Well, not reorganized. I literally just well, not all my clothes. I've been doing it for a few days, but I finished it. And I just brought clothes from one um, closet to the other because I had all my clothes in another room. And I was using that whole room as a closet, but I had to condense because we're going to use that room for something else. So I had to bring it into my room, and it honestly took me like, okay, it's been a project. I've been working on it for like a few, but moving this stuff over was like a few days of like, I can only really do like one big project a day. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going off. Hi, friend. Oh, I love you, Candy Cane. Have fun at work. Have a blessed day. I love you. Yeah, so we're just going to organize my papers and stuff like that today. I'm doing a little journaling. Yeah, I don't know. Sunday was weird. I something had happened here at home that morning that triggered it, and my heart went kind of into, not kind of, my heart went into fight or flight. It was, jeez Louise. I've been having a lot of really tight chest pain and pinching every day for the past, I don't even know how long. It's been at least 2 weeks, and it just began progressively worse whenever my heart rate goes up. And it's hard for me to breathe. And on Sunday, I was supposed to serve that morning, and I wasn't even able to because I was like feeling like I was going to pass out. And even walking in, I had to stop 3 times to sit down. And twice upstairs against a pole, and then when I came downstairs, it was once against the building, and then I went inside and talked to her there. And when I got into the thing, I could not breathe. I literally felt like I was suffocating, and I could gasp air in, but even breathing it out, like it, and it didn't even feel like a panic attack. Like, it felt different because I've had panic attacks before, but this didn't feel like a panic attack. This literally felt like oxygen was not getting to my brain. It felt like I was like literally suffocating, and it was the scariest feeling. And fortunately, there was a couple who was behind me who, God, it really just places people in the right place, right time. And I kept coming across them at such special moments. And I just really feel like God has kind of aligned us to just be there for one another. And they're such a blessed couple. And they saw me, and the husband checked in on me, and the wife stood with me while he went to get help. And they could tell I was not okay. And like, I didn't even want to say I wasn't okay because, like, you just kind of want to just fade. And in those moments, you're like, not me. Like, I don't want this to happen. And like, you kind of just, I don't know. I don't like people knowing, I kind of like to hide my stuff. And, but I couldn't hide this. I was fucking suffocating. Excuse me for my language, but like, you know what I mean? So they went to get help, and then they didn't even ask me if I wanted an ambulance. They got one for me, which I really appreciate because, again, I definitely needed to get checked out. It was very scary, and I'm going to tell you guys more about where this is going. But it was very eye-opening to me because in other moments of medical, emergencies, I've had, like when I broke my neck, I literally, after breaking my neck, told my coach, I literally cracked my neck. Like, in a stunt, a girl fell on me and we heard the cracks, and they didn't even think to call the ambulance in that moment. They were just like, you okay? I mean, granted, I was like, I'm okay, let me get up, and stunning, and we stunted again, and then I was hurt. And then I went to the coach after. I'm completely like, going quick over this. I'll go do a more in-depth video, I promise. I went to the coach and I was like, I need to go get help. And because I literally could not hold the weight on my head. And I feel like I was going to throw up. It was so bad. I knew something was wrong. We heard the damn cracks. And she goes, I don't know what to do for you. I don't know what to do for you. She goes, go to the trainer and get some ice. Get some ice? Which, I can't hold my head up. You think some ice is going to fix it? If anything, the swelling's going to protect it. We need the swelling. We don't want to stop the swelling. Oh my God. That was crazy. And then, yeah, my dad too, he was like, just wait. And I was telling everyone, I was like, no, something is wrong. I go to the hospital and they look at my scans that first time, and they have someone from fucking overseas looking at it because whoever is normally supposed to look at it wasn't there. And so they had some other guy look at it. He's like, yeah, you're fine. They sent me home without a neck brace saying I have whiplash. Next morning, all the ambulance, the cops, everyone's showing up, and they're like, hi, I love you, Elizabeth. And they're like, we found something. And I'm thinking, for some reason, I'm like, it's cancer. They found cancer in my head, definitely. Which, well, I'll get to that another time. Again, I hope it's not foreshadowing, but there's something that I'm always just hyper conscious of, and that's one of the things that scares me. Anyway, back to my brain and skull and everything. Okay. Ooh, yeah, this stuff gives me anxiety. The fact that all those doctors told me I don't know, and I had to figure out on my own, and then I was right. Not the first time. For you, I think it was only 5 people on here, but you guys are going to know something that's 6 people. Maybe TMI, but I'm telling you, it's a juicy story. So I definitely need to, I want justice for myself, because as a child, I didn't have that voice. And now that I am learning things and realizing things and remembering things, I'm like, holy shit, that wasn't okay. I'm like, oh my God. So I had hand, foot, and mouth. But I had hand, foot, and mouth in not my hands, not my feet, not my mouth. I had hand, foot, and mouth in a very sensitive area, and it's a 1 in a million chance. I literally got it because the virus had spread from within my body. I think I had gotten it from a childcare, and because it was like going around, I think I had it on my hands or something, and it had spread, and or something like that. Or maybe I had it on like a corner of my mouth or something, and I got it from school. They had thought that I gotten it from sitting on a toilet at school, and I was like, that's not possible. So anyway, they did a swab, but they didn't wait for the results to come back. And she came out and she was like, you have you have herpes. And I was like, that's not possible. Like, I am 13, 14, like no one has, it's not possible. So she had actually misdiagnosed me. She had prescribed me medications, like not, without even getting test results back. No test results had come back, right? She said some really crazy stuff. She was like, you have to be careful with who goes down there. And I'm sitting there crying. I'm like, no one goes down there besides me. I'm like, what do you mean? And you? I'm like, what is going on? And then the test results came back and she was wrong. And then I went to a gynecologist, and to expose it all, to a gynecologist, and she did other testing to find out it was hand, foot, and mouth. And so that happened too. And so and there's been more. So it's like the fact that there's been a lot of like medical, just misdiagnoses, just medical negligence, I want to say, and not even I sugarcoat a lot. It was medical negligence. The fact that all these things happened to me, like, now I don't go to get medical help because I don't trust it. But for these people to on Sunday, sorry, I'm getting back to the point. For these people to on Sunday have just stepped in and taken care of things and just helped me out, gave me a lot of just trust in the situation, because if I were to have to make that decision, I wouldn't have just made the decision in the moment. I would have had to make that decision considering all the other factors that I had, and that's too much stress on my body. So to have someone else have made that decision for me, just saying, no, I know it's best right now, let's take care of you. I only had to worry about myself in the moment. And I'll expose her. Her name was Dr. Clark in Bristol. She worked for Bristol, Connecticut for Bristol something. It was a pediatric there. They're down in downtown Bristol. They are with Bristol Hospital though. But it's their pediatric unit. But yeah, her name was Dr. Clark. I believe it was Carolyn Clark. And then I believe she's also a doctor that now is somehow correlated. But I know her name's Carolyn Clark. I think it's maybe MD. I could be wrong. But she's you can't misdiagnose someone with that without getting test results back. How do you say something to someone without getting test results back? How do you order someone medicine without getting test results back? Like, that was so screwed up. And I was literally 13. Okay, let me tell you about when that had happened. I was a freshman in high school. I had just, my two best friends had just transferred to different schools. So I was a freshman in high school without any friends, right? I just, soccer was my passion at the time. And for the first year in so long, like no freshman got on the varsity team. So everyone played JV, which was such a hard crush for me. And then I decided to go play club instead. And they put me on the bottom team because I couldn't play for both seasons because I went to play high school too. So I was so crushed on the inside. And then I get misdiagnosed with this bullshit. Oh my God. It was crazy. And then all these fucking rumors start about me. And then oh my God, you guys wanted us to embarrassing. And then, okay, so this is something I've never told anyone before. So when I love sharing my shit on the internet. So I one day was in gym class with, okay, I had friends, but never like, my two close friends had left. But I had other friends. So we were doing something in gym, and I think we were doing like splits. Well, I was doing splits in gym, and I went down too fast and I pulled a hammy. And I had to sit out for that season for soccer. So that happened after everything with my fucking hand, foot, and mouth with my friends. And then, oh my God, that year was so crazy. Yeah, that was my freshman year of high school. That happened from September to October of my freshman year of high school. And then from November to December, no, I'm not kidding. My life is literally like, I describe it this way. I don't know if anyone else does. I don't look back on my life and think of like memories, like childhood memories or like growing up memories. Like I don't look back on my life and see a development and growth. I look back on my life and literally see the events that happen, and that's how my framework happens. Like it doesn't look like a year or month, or like school year or friend group, whatever. It's like event. It's like someone's death, major injury. Yep. Oh yeah, but then I eventually got out of that school. That year was crazy. Someone had leaked my nudes that year, and that shit was wild. They know who they are, and you girls are motherfuckers. They literally had announced out loud that they wanted to climb the social ladder and that they were going to try to bring people down, and then they leaked my nudes, and then I was like, you guys are just bitches. I was like, what have I ever done to you? And then I left that school because I was like, I'm not okay. People in that school used to poop in bags and throw them down the hallways. So let's just preface on that. So then I left and I went to school in Hartford, Connecticut, and I went to Smart Medical Science Academy, and then played soccer there. And I think it was my sophomore year. I was one-on-one with the keeper, and I went for a toe poke. But when I slid for the toe poke, the keeper landed on top of my ankle, and I literally had flung over the keeper and rolled over and ripped the tendon off the side of my ankle. So then I was in crutches for a few months, and that sucked. Life is good. How did I get off on that ramble? I don't know. Sometimes I just need to sometimes I just start thinking about shit. I'm just like, things happen. But it's funny because like it everything that happened needed to happen in a certain way. And also, I will admit, my ego needs to be deflated over and over and over again. If you look at my story, it's like I keep getting this massive ego, and it's not it's more so, and it's not in like harsh ways where I want to like, I'm not like an ego like I'm better than everyone else. It's ego like, oh, I can definitely effing do this. It's like I have no fear, and it's almost like I have to not put so much faith in materialistic things and more faith in Lord himself. And when I do that, I'm successful. When I forget that or even misplace it, and I'm like, yeah, Lord, but then also idolize something that's not him, that's when I get reminded that that is not what I should be doing. And I completely agree. And the things that happen in my life, I'm like, yep, totally understand that. Like me breaking my neck and watching my friends not that year, but the year later, breaking my neck, getting my skills back, getting back on the team, then getting too scared, quitting the team, or quitting, becoming a manager, and then getting kicked off for a false allegation, and then watching my friends all win nationals and get their rings. That broke my heart because I should have been on that mat. I say that, but I also shouldn't have, because there's a reason why I broke my neck. My ego is really big. And if you heard the story that I posted, my testimony, it's the only place that I actually expose myself, and I show why God is so merciful, because I didn't deserve to come back to life that day. So God is good. All right, guys. Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing this morning? Fuck. I wish I could add pictures on here, because you guys don't know what, like, I want to add the picture of when I look like Bobo the clown. Oh, I could add a background. Oh my God, this is great. Oh shit, I don't want to do those. Let's add a background here. All right, let me find it. Can you guys still see me while I'm doing this? I'm close to it. I know I am. I look like a fuzzy duck in the one I'm about to post. It's really funny. Stay with me, guys. Oh, fuck. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Please don't leave me. I say that jokingly, but you guys should have seen me, 25-year-old, holding onto my fucking counter cabinet, crying, like, Mom, don't leave me. Because she was getting all angry and, like, storming around the house. And I was like, don't leave me, because I'm emotionally in distress. I need my mommy. And then she just storms around, walks around, tells me to shut the fuck up. It's my life. Where is this picture? I promise you guys I'm okay. I don't know, guys. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Oh, I can't post the video. All right. I'm about to do it to myself. I hope you guys see. Is anyone on here? Does it work? Can you guys see the background? Why is it? Oh, it's actually green. Oh, damn it. Oh, wait, I have to add the picture. I don't know how to do this, guys. Do I do it? All right, so this is me after I had let my hair grow out. I am making this face on purpose. My sister makes a much better face where she's like, I don't know how she does it, but this is me. And I'm doing this face on purpose because if you look behind my face where it is right now, there's a little dead mouse right there. And I was in my garage one day, smoking some weed, just wishing that my life was not the way it was, when I pulled up my camera. And this is what I saw looking back at me. And then I saw him. And that's when I gave up. And I said, you know what? If this is gonna be my life, everyone is gonna see it. So, I'm gonna switch over to some flowers now. Sorry to have blinded you all. I like this idea. I like how my today's weather stays though. Oh gosh. I kind of like that. Yeah, I like this, guys. All right, we're gonna keep it. Oh, it's so cute. So. Oh, it's more like. Sorry, I could do that for so long, get fixated on it. We're supposed to be organizing my paperwork, and I wanted to write, okay, we don't have to do anything that I plan. What the fuck happened? All right, anyway. Anyway, something about the bobblehead reminds me of something. What is it? Stay with me. No, stay with me. This is never before seen content. Stay with me. This is really good. That's why I was thinking bobblehead. So this one time at band camp, this one time for Christmas, my family, I am the only Christian in my household. And my family though loves Christmas, but they don't believe in Jesus. And I'm like, what is wrong with you guys? My family loves Christmas and they love gifting. And they, as you could see my and they love gifting, right? The best thing is that they really, hey, how else do I say it? One year for Christmas, my brother got me bobblehead Jesus. It says Jesus Christ. Isn't that great? I'm gonna keep him with me. So this is bobblehead Jesus. Nah, just kidding. I'll put him back up here. I keep all my little knickknacks. I have little shelves with little knickknacks. My little cutesy pies. Can you see them? Hold on. There they are. Little elephant. I just took a screenshot. I thought that was kind of cutie pie. All right. We're gonna organize my papers. It'll be fun though. We'll have some fun with it. That's why I'm going on live, because I don't want to do it alone. It's kind of boring. What's going on here, Guy? That's a good question. I'm just Jay chillin'. I am, well, I say I'm unemployed, but I'm more, what's the word? It starts with a D. I'm disabled. I cannot work. So I started a YouTube channel just to kind of exist and live and be and talk about my problems, because I have a lot of them. So yeah, that's all. Just blazing it up. Oh, welcome from Australia. No, well, it could be. It definitely has the Holy Spirit in it, so that counts. Blazing it up. Let's go. Can't do that on camera though, so sometimes we take live breaks. Is that what you meant? Kangaroos. Yeah, kangaroos. Me too. I love kangaroos. Thanks, that guy. I appreciate it. Yeah, so my life is pretty much, let me explain it. When I was younger, I've always had a very special relationship with God. When I was younger, I only let 4 people hold me as a baby. I freaked the F out, but I would allow 4 people. And I've always had I've always heard the voice of God since a very, very, very young age. And it's just very, very special. And where was I going with this? Oh, there's something. We can bobble. That's a good idea. Let's see how long we can stay in sync for. Yeah, I have really bad ADHD. That's one of my problems. Man, this makes me so frustrated because I want to finish the stories that I start. I should start writing down where I'm at. What was it? I don't even know what I was saying. Anyway, so I'm just gonna talk about my problem, or write down my problems, because my life, that's right. Oh yeah. To sum up the crazy, yeah, I have a processing delay. It must be. To sum up the craziness of my life, when I was younger, when I was in like not even third grade, like I was baby, like I think I was in like second or third grade. When I was in first grade was the first time that I saw a spirit, and then that's how I kind of got interested in like learning more, and that's when God was like, don't play. But then I played, and he was like, don't play, and I played, and then he said, don't play, and then I was like, okay. So now I'm learning. And but when I was playing around, not that I got bored with not playing around, but I guess I just got curious. And I also prayed to I just pray the Lord that I would have, watch out what you pray for. Watch out what you ask for. How's the saying go? So I said, God, can I have a life of every experience? Guess what, friends? Guess what, friends? You get what you ask for. I'm 25, and if I'm 25, right, and I've only really been consciously aware of stuff for like a decade, like, and I'm already this far in, I'm like, God, how much more is there to experience? And I get kind of like, oh my gosh. So anyway, so that's what happened. So when I was younger, I prayed, and now that I'm getting a little bit older, I'm like, okay, yep. I'm like, you definitely get, and I'm cool with that. Because I'm like, I get to learn so much, it's such a blessing, because it's like, you get to explore and learn so much. Like, it truly is, like, you get what you ask for, and it's such a blessing. I would rather know more than be naive, but it's also like, it's like going on the treadmill and you're like, all right, I said I do 20 minutes. And then you get to 5 minutes and you're like, do I really want to do this 20 minutes? But you're like, I said I do it and I should do it. So you're like, I'm going to do it. You're like, it's just going to be hard because it's a challenge. And you know what? I'm definitely getting challenged. So anyway, to wrap things up, I wrote it earlier, but I'm going to write it again. No children. I don't have any kids, but I want kids so bad. I used to be a teacher and I love, love, love my students. And then my old employer, my supervisor got a little power hungry, and she discriminated against me when she was very overwhelmed by her own position, I feel, and truthfully just didn't want to deal with my literal just ADHD. And it was the simplest things I was asking. It was just like, and then she came out attacking me and she 360 on me, and anyway, after the case, I will tell you guys everything. But for right now, yeah, I love kids so much, and I've been thinking, I'm like, I really want to work in an orphanage, and I want to, and I serve at the church, but the thing is, even though I want to, and I have the heart to, I can't commit to showing up on time for things, and I can't commit that every day I'll be okay to have the energy to work with them, and I can't commit that in a moment, even if I'm okay to show up. Even if I'm okay to show up, am I going to be okay to stay throughout the day? Like, that's where I'm really struggling right now, so it's like, I want to do something to help them so bad, but it's like, what can I even do at this point? I mean, I have a bunch of old teacher materials, Montessori style stuff, classroom stuff that's like the teacher's creative resources, like the woodsy, campy stuff, all the stuff that was not even literally still in the packaging, unopened, like all the birthday stuff and stuff for every holiday, all the classroom decor, manipulatives, science experiments, art stuff. I have so much stuff. I can't do anything with it right now. And the whole thing that I was stacking up for, but like kind of building my inventory for, was that I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to get my degree with or certification as a Montessori teacher. I wanted to go down that route and stay with the kids. And then the school that I worked for, a little bit ego hungry, a little bit money hungry, a lot of it money hungry, and started to make decisions that were just not in the best interest. And I can't wait to, the emails that I have from my old supervisor are so disheartening. It's like, I can't even believe that she wrote them. Because I'm like, guys, you have to have been, she said some cruel things. So, anyway, I go off. All I'm gonna write is something, I don't know if you could see, just to get my feelings out. This feels better. Okay. Can kill Cam? That's a great question. I am quite open about this. So uh, I, I'm straight. I like men, but I fucking hate men. I'm sorry, guys. Not in that way. Just, I, I'm not like asexual, but I just don't want to deal with people in that way, and I'm just all for the Lord. So I guess you could say submissive. But what I will say on this is that I, um, my fight or flight survival response is being submissive and kind of like fawning, and being a fawn. So to me, that whole dynamic sort is so skewed up because for me, it's a survival, like, not mechanism, but like a survival strategy. So I have a very skewed perception, and it really differs depending on literally how I'm feeling. And sometimes I get confused and it's like both, and like I don't know, and then I get overwhelmed, and like it's definitely gotten to a point where like it's affected relationships. And I can say I wasn't the easiest person to be with at times because like I didn't really even know what I wanted, and it really came down to the fact of like that dynamic was skewed to me, and so I had opposing views within myself and couldn't, and so nothing was working, you know what I mean? Anyway, I can go off on that. I love you. That's so nice. Thank you, guys. So we're gonna organize my as you can see, no topic is off the table. I don't care because I don't know. I really wish I had more coffee. I could I Here's something you guys don't know about me. I do interpretive song. No, I don't. But well, okay. Let's start with this. I get a lot of words and visions, and like I was at church the other day and they're launching a new church in the Naugatuck Valley area. And when I was there, pastor started talking and he was telling a story about like he was like he started talking about like he was sharing about how he saw everything come to be with the church, and he was sharing about this one verse that he come in mind, and I was looking at him, but on the wall I saw it was in blue, green, and purple, like outline, like it was like it almost looked like the lighting, like this electric lighting writing outline type thing, and it said Psalms 128. And then he said Psalm 128, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, this stuff happens, but to have that happen right in that moment, I was like, it's so crazy to have a vision of what someone's going to say, and then they say it, and it's like, whoa. It was like, did that really just happen? And it's just such a crazy experience, and I have stuff like that a lot. So anyway, the reason why I'm saying this is because sometimes I like just get messages, and I either just randomly say them aloud and I don't really know where they come from, but it's the Holy Spirit it comes from. But I'm just like, whoa, I was not thinking that. Like that literally just came through me. Or all of a sudden I start writing. And for me, that's always been the biggest way of the messages coming through is literally through pen and in writing. And one day I sat down and wrote this poem. And the funny thing is that if you see the squiggles on here, those are parts that in the middle of the poem, that's where my brain started trailing. And I started writing, and it was no longer coming through me because I kind of got distracted with it. And then I was like, wait a minute. I was like, that's not what I heard. And then I reread it and I'm like, that's not how I heard it. And then so anyway, should I read this to you guys? I haven't read it. I wrote it down, and all right, so the title of it is You Are My Beloved, My Flower in the Garden. It says, you were once planted as a seed in an aspiration to nurture you and watch you grow, something so beautiful that no one could sow. A flower in the garden is my beloved. She lays in a field of green covered in pansies. She looks to the sun for her warmth and growth, while an onlooker, a passerby, studies her like a rose, a truly glorified rose. Yet she is not a rose. She is a pansy, sitting among other pansies. She still must flourish and grow, without a destination and goal. Forever will she be, yet never will she know the passerby's beloved pansy that no one could ever sow. Oh, sorry. Forever will she be, yet never will she know that she is the passerby's beloved pansy that no one could ever sow. Anyway, isn't that so, like, after I read that, I was like, that is so beautiful. And I was like, I didn't write that. Shit, that was the Holy Spirit. I was like, that is so beautiful. Like, thanks. And that was a moment that I also kind of needed to hear something like that from the Spirit. So, yeah, I have a... Today my goal was to organize my papers again. And I want to update my website and update my blog. Because I have a blog on my website. You could find... There's links. If you go to my channel, you can find the links. And I want to put that poem on the blog. But what do you guys think? Do you like the poem? Oh, you all... Ken Kill Camp, please share some of your songs and poems, or how we can listen to them. Like if you have like a link or something. And my eyes are blue. They turn a lighter blue when I'm like super, super happy. And then when I'm a little bit more depressive, they get like a little bit like a darker blue, like a darker blue-green. They have like a navy ring around them. But if I'm like super happy, or right after I cry, like if I'm just like super like right now I'm super like meh, like heavy and deep. But if I'm super like relaxed and kind of more airy, my eyes are like a light blue. Anyway, fun facts about me. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to say. When I went to get my license done, they asked me my eye color, and with my eye color like switching and stuff, and I grew up with hazel eyes. I didn't know how blue they were until I got older, and I started looking at them more. I told them I had blue eyes because I wanted blue eyes, thinking I had hazel, but I said blue because I wanted blue. So I figured if I said blue, I had blue. And you know what? I looked at my license picture. You know what I saw? I saw blue. I saw blue eyes. There were blue eyes up in that bitch. All right, it's time for us to do some organizing. Oh, I love that. That's so deep. See, I like... My teachers in school were... And they always told me, they're like, that's so descriptive. No one knows what you mean. And I'm just like, no, you have no fucking feelings. I can't say... Sometimes I say... Good thing that... Okay, when I was younger, my parents traumatized me. But when I was younger, one of the things they did traumatize me with, which was actually a good thing, was they would always yell at me and say, you don't think before you speak. And I was like, it would be something like, hey, Dad, what time is dinner? You don't think before you speak. I'm like, okay. And that's why we were in a relationship with food. And now I'm sitting here like anxiety. Oh, now I do think before I speak, which is bad because I mask or I play word puzzles in my head, and I ulti craft things before I say anything. And so in that way I'm too thought about the stuff, and too like, not robotic, but like planned. I'm like too orchestrated. That's the word people like to use, is orchestrated. I guess if that's the word that people want to use. And or like scripted in a sort. But because I'm so fucking terrified, and then what is this? And what I was also going to say, I am swinging my little feetsies right now because they don't touch the floor. Oh yeah. Now if there's something that's going to come out of my mouth that's mean, I don't say it unless I want to. And just know if something comes out of my mouth that's mean, I chose to say it. And I mean it. I do think so. I think way too fast. I think faster than my mouth can keep up with. But the thing is, as I'm thinking, I've already decided what's coming out of my mouth, but my head is already trailing off in different ways, firing off all other connections, that as I'm already saying the thing that I've decided to say, there's already way new thoughts, and I'm already thinking so far ahead of what I'm already saying that I end up like tumbling over my words. And yeah, when I was in the psych ward, that became really apparent to me, and it was something that I worked on, is slowing down. And that's why I think a lot of people think I have ADHD, which probably is the case. But I think my ADHD like symptoms stem from the fact that I'm going too fast. And whether or not it's the ADHD that is causing me to go too fast, or the fight or flight, or what it is, or a multitude of things. That is the issue at hand. So this is how we're going to organize my stuff today. Does weed help you slow down? Yes, it does. Weed helps me. Caffeine helps me to a degree. If I am in the routine of drinking caffeine, it's good. But I have to be careful because if I drink caffeine, I have to be more in a working environment. Because if I drink caffeine without a working environment, I get super kind of like, more so like overstimulated. But if I'm working, it helps me like, it makes me focus, honestly. The caffeine does. It gets me more fixated. I've become more open about it because when I was first diagnosed with ADHD, they put me on medication. And when I started taking it, I started telling people because I had different side effects and I got nervous that something was going to happen with me. And also, I just wanted to tell people in case they noticed something different or if they noticed something off with me or in case something happened. Like, I just like people being aware. I don't think there's anything embarrassing with being on a medication or anything like this. So, another trauma story. I was at work and I used to work with my mom, if that ever gives anything else, if that makes any connections to anyone else, because I laugh. My mom and I both worked at a preschool. It's the funny part. I worked there because my mom did, and I honestly just fell in love with the children that way. But my age is like the twos when they just start learning. Okay, anyway, so I was working with at my mom's school, and I was telling my coworkers and things like that I started taking this medication. And I take an Adderall in the morning, and I take an extended release. I take it one time in the morning, and I told them about this, and because and they were so chill about it. They were so cool, right? But my mom had overheard from down the hall because she was the what's it called, head of school, whatever it was, and when I came home, her and my father sat me down, and they were like, "You can't be telling people about your mental health and your medicines and this and that because you're gonna get in trouble. You just don't say that kind of stuff." And I'm like, I don't get it. I was like, why not? I'm like, because everywhere else I've gone has actually been so okay and open with it. And I'm like, if they discriminate against me and they don't hire me, then A, I didn't want to work for them anyway. B, if they discriminate against me, that's their choice. That's nothing I can control. Then things are going to play out the way and I mean, look how fucking things are playing out. It's like, you know, and they scared me. And the thing is, so then I stopped talking about it. And then because I stopped talking about it, people weren't aware. And then because people weren't aware, like things, so yeah, I think it's really good to talk about that kind of stuff. So now I'm on, okay, yeah, let me clear up because my ADHD is really bad. See, Crystal, that's the thing too. And actually, I'll expose my ex used to, and I like, it's so crazy. Yeah, I count mine now because if something happens, like I just call him out, but I keep my stuff locked up in a way that literally no one could get it. And also I'm not around anyone else now, but when I was around my ex and I knew about this, I kept count of mine, and I had to be very careful with that kind of stuff. But I just expose my medications because honestly, I don't really give a fuck. I take an Adderall in the morning. I take hydroxyzine to help me like with anti-anxiety. I take a sertraline, which I do a sertraline. I used to do a mirtazapine, but mirtazapine, I have PTSD, which is and a major depressive disorder, which is why they've chosen those two out of all of them. I did the mirtazapine first because it was going to help me with my eating. But the mirtazapine A, you have to take at the same time every day, or you get immediate withdrawals, and it makes you so hungry. I'm kidding you, worse than munchies. Like I had 2 whole plates of food. Like I had never been hungry. You can't stop eating. Like you can't stop eating. Like you will wake up out of your sleep to go eat. It was crazy. I gained so much weight when I was on mirtazapine, and I used to sleep for 16 hours a night. It was crazy, insane. And then I stopped taking it because I was like, and then I started taking a sertraline this past winter, and that's been working really well. And that's for more like the PTSD, the panic disorder, anxiety, plus the depressive. And with that, it can really hurt your stomach. So depends on what time you take it with food and everything. And yeah, that one's been working for me right now. And then I take prazosin at night. And what I didn't know is, so at night I get night terrors and I get like repetitive nightmare scenarios, and they still happen every night. Yeah, it's every night, every night. Um, I now am just I live. I feel like half the day I just live in the night before's dream, and right now they're like really intense. And I take it's like a blood pressure medication to help with those at night. And wow, I didn't even know that was a thing. I was not aware of that whatsoever, that that was an option or anything. And what's it called? See, this is why I don't want to be taking so much medicine, because I feel like my brain just flatlines. But I also get worried that I have CTE because of all my brain injuries. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, life is crazy. Life is crazy. Oh yeah, so I had if you weren't here, I think this is where we started. It's been almost an hour of me telling this one story about what happened on Sunday. So yeah, I felt like I was suffocating because it was like I was hypoventilating, and it felt like I was literally getting so much oxygen in me. But that's not, I don't think, what was actually happening. So I found out recently that the right side of my heart is like slower to pump blood in, and I'm not getting like oxygen in my brain, and it's scary because that's how it felt, and I keep getting these like pinches and pulls in my heart, and um that was so scary. But I say but it's like, okay, so that was so scary, and it was happening. And then, yeah, the couple behind me, God bless them, they're so sweet. They really helped me just through so much. And then another one of my friends was there, and she just stayed with me the whole time. And when they literally walked with me from service, which is down in like a big theater. And first of all, I go to Vox Church, and if you're from Connecticut or Mass, or you're traveling through the area, like, you got to check out Vox Church. It is, or if you check it out online, their sermons are like, Pastor Justin Kendrick, he just wrote a book. He's the lead pastor. He's so awesome. Like, I've seen a lot of great pastors, but this guy, when he speaks, first of all, we see it on a screen, because he speaks to all of the campuses because we're so spread out. Granted, some of our campus pastors come in and they'll speak to all the campuses as well, but just for the sake of our church being in unity, they project it to all of ours, and we all have two services for each location, whatever. So he is so funny and he's so real with it, and I don't feel like I'm going from real life and then having to put on a facade. I feel like I'm taking real life and I'm going into a safe space, and I'm being seen, I'm being heard, and I'm being encouraged, and then I'm leaving, and then I'm still being pursued, and I'm being loved. And it's like, is the that Vox Church is literally what Bible says church should be. It's the body. It's the community that they have. Sure, they have buildings. They might buy buildings. They might rent buildings. But the thing is, Vox isn't a space. Vox isn't a building. It's literally a community. And I feel like that's why I've been so just, I feel comforted by them, because that's the kind of environment that someone with a broken heart like me needs. Like, I need to be in an environment around people who genuinely are there to help and support each other. And it's like, I've been like sobbing before. Like, they see me, my fucking bald head like this, breathing, and they just stayed with me and took care of everything. And then, anyway, so the point of the story I was trying to get to, because I love these people, but so they called the ambulance, and it was when the gurney came in. That's when and the gurney came in, they started to take my blood pressure, and I just remember that was the moment that my brain shifted from, okay, everything's going to be okay, to my brain shifted and said, okay, I have to make decisions, and I need to advocate for myself, because being a trauma person, like I say trauma person, I don't know how to, I guess like I want to say trauma survivor, but I just still feel weird with that because it's like just something I'm getting used to because I almost feel like I'm still experiencing it and I have a hard time being like, it's in the past, you know what I mean? But I'm like getting stronger. I'm like, fuck yeah. Being someone who's been through trauma, I very easily go from being like in a calm setting to being like really alert and like being, you know, like scanning everything and like I like having my back to all just these little things that like if you know you know like you're picking up what I'm putting down, and amen, Crystal, and I yes, Haith, absolutely. There's some crazy people there, and you have to be aware of it. And I have a story about that too from when I went to Harvest Baptist Church, and I got to tell that story. I'm gonna try to finish this one, and then remind me about Harvest Baptist Church if anyone remembers. But yes, someone tried to take my purse there one day, and I had a warning from the Lord. I was driving in, and he was like, be vigilant," and I was like, "What?" I was like, "I am vigilant," and then a car almost like hit me driving in. I was like, "Is that what you mean?" And then he keeps telling me, be vigilant," and I'm like, "Okay, cool." And I get to church and I'm sitting in the second to last row alone. And I have just my bag near me. And I'm like, okay, like Jay chill, like no big deal. At the end of service, I'm leaving and this girl comes up to me and her and I end up becoming friends, sweet as can be. She comes up to me and she says, she introduced herself and she was like, my husband is the head of security, and she says it really loud enough because then she goes on to say, I just want to let you know. She goes, just want to let you know, type like quiet. The guy behind you was trying to take your purse the entire service. And I was like, what? Now we get into the lobby and I'm staying with her, like I'm with people, but I'm also like, I'm staying with these people until this guy fucking leaves. Now listen, people are, I'm new to the church. Right? And these people are like, this guy's never come before. Right? So that's why I'm like, enemies try to attack me all the time because I'm like, okay, so I'm new to this church, right? And then all of a sudden this weirdo comes in, he's trying to take my purse, right? And then this girl sees it and can protect me. She's like, we're watching out for you the whole time. Like, that's what I'm like, my life is fucking nuts, bro. I'm like, I can't believe this. I'm like, other people are too, and that's why I keep, all right. Anyway, I'm like validating myself and, let me slow down. So I'm in the lobby after this guy's trying to take my purse and I find out about it. And I'm staying with these people and they're asking me questions about myself, me just getting to know me, like, oh, where are you from? Like, what town? What's your name? Basic things that you would tell anyone. So I'm telling them the answers to this, and everything I say out loud, this man repeats to himself. I was like, what the? So I'm like, I'm not going to my car with you watching me. Mm-mm. So yeah, that's what happened at that church. Anyway. Oh, amen, Crystal. God bless you. I think it's my Nana that watches over me. Actually, I really do feel angels when I have listened to this, because if anyone gets panic attacks or if you're in a moment where you're just like literally panic, like, because I scream cry where all of a sudden, and I'll be sitting chill as can be, and all of a sudden something in me just, it like hurts, or there'll be a flashback of memory or something will trigger, and then I'll start hyperventilating, and it's just like scream cry, and then I'm just screaming and I can't stop, and it's like ah ah ah, and I'm just screaming and I can't make it stop. And the only thing that makes it stop is if I start screaming out, I'm like, Jesus help, Jesus help. I'm like, send me some angels. And I feel like I'm just covered in the Holy Spirit. And it's like, I'm just sharing that because if anyone else has panic attacks, you gotta call Jesus aloud, because I feel like that is the most powerful thing, is literally the power of your words. You don't realize how powerful they are until you start practicing it and seeing it. And it's like, holy cow. So anyway, God is so good. Oh, Crystal, that's crazy. Yeah, exactly. Hey, yes, um, not relying on your own understanding too, and really just trusting in the word. Let me see if, wait, you grew up. Crystal, I'm so glad that you found God, and like, it really is going through that journey of not knowing him yet, and then him revealing himself to you because you're looking for him. It's like that journey is hard, very, very hard. It's confusing. It's, you feel so vulnerable, but it's where you really, I feel like, to me at least, where I felt like more, not for, yes, fulfilled in life, but I felt more alive. Like I felt seen. And the word that keeps coming to my head is like pursued, pursued, pursued. It's like you are so pursued. And I want to say in that moment, Crystal, like you, not in that moment, but in that time frame, you were being so pursued. You were someone that maybe not the, well, not maybe, but you weren't seen as someone that would have been, you know, Christian at that moment because you weren't, you were Muslim. And for God to still pursue you, and then for you to open that door, like, that is such a beautiful thing. Meeting you where you're at too, with the knowledge you have is like, and then you being like, yes, God, like that's so beautiful. And at such a young age too, 12, like, and I don't know what your community was like, but like I'm learning it's so important. Like the people around you are, are so not, like, they're so critically important because they really help shape your environment too and what you know and you see. And I don't know about you, but like I'm around people that are just, they practice paganism. I understand people say what they do, like they practice paganism, like they practice paganism, like it's not just they're like, hey, Jay chillin', like they practice it. And they and I are, we are related by blood, but they go their own way. And it's really, really hard. It's hard to be around them. It's hard to have conversation with them. It's hard to support a lot of the things that they do or say. I can't support a lot of the things they do or say. They shun me for other things, and then it makes me kind of confused. So it's a very like sensitive spot because it's like you almost can't go into those conversations. You have to go into those conversations taking everything as information. I'm learning emotions are only information about a situation. Guys, I could go off. Oh, hey, please share stories. Yes, you guys can go off. I just really want some more coffee. I don't think we have any more though. I think I drank it all. And then we'll get organizing on the binders. And I promise you guys, I'm not going to let my phone die today. Usually it dies or it just shuts off. But as soon as it gets low, all right, maybe we'll take, last time we took an hour and a half break. We're supposed to take a 10-minute break. We took an hour and a half break. All right, let's see. Oh, fuck yeah. There's like a little bit. Oh, praise the Lord, just enough for a cup. Guys. All right. I try to be nice. My parents are stupid fucks. I know, honor your parents. This, ow, fuck my heart. It feels like someone took like a, what is it, like a plumber thing? Like a plunger? This is dead ass what it feels like. Okay, hold on. That was, okay. That's, yeah, hold on. I keep saying hold on like you guys are rushing me. No one is rushing me. Try to go on. Oh, I should start wearing my watch to keep track of it. It feels like someone had took a plunger and like under, like literally like under my boob, like in my rib cage, it's like plunging it like a toilet plunger. Like that's how it feels. So yeah, let me know if you have any experience with like, not, I don't want to say experience with that. If you have any knowledge of that, let me know. I'm a little worried. Anyway. Yeah, Crystal, I like that you say that because sometimes in those moments where I'm like, we are not seeing eye to eye, like with my parents, what I like to do is just literally just, I don't have to agree with them, but just be interested. Like I just ask further questions, or I try to understand their point of view, or I just let them talk and I just kind of like ask questions and let them kind of, you know what I mean, like elaborate in certain ways. And I did that the other day where I was just like, I was like, this woman is I just said a string of 5 words in my head right there. And I meant it. I'm practicing. Okay, practicing, trying really hard right now. The other day I had to just stare. I just stared at her and I was like, I'm practicing. Think before you speak. Because I just stopped before. I just said another thing. It's really hard. I think that's why I stumble over my words, because I'm trying really hard not to say what I'm thinking. Sorry, I have a pimple here that I'm picking. Yeah, she's such a dumb bitch. So I don't know what she did, but she was a dumb bitch the other day. What did she do? She said something. Oh my gosh, she said some dumb shit. And I think I just asked her a question back. And I was like, what do you think? I said something. And then she responded back with, she goes, well, I think that maybe I did something that hurt you, or something like, maybe I did something that you had asked me already not to do. And then I was like, well, what would make you think that? And I was like, and then she gave me her answer. I was like, okay. I just went to the other room. Like it wasn't exactly, but it was along the lines of something like that. I just kind of asked her questions. I was like, okay. And I'm realizing maybe that's the best way to work with my mom, because like, you know, not to expose other people's problems, but my last name is Angers. It's actually Angers, but it's funny that my last name is actually Angers. Funny. Oh, Heath, oh my gosh. So like, am I, am I, was this multiple events, or was it one event with like multiple people? Yes, Crystal, exactly. Like one of my favorite things, you know how many people don't know about this, but one of my favorite things is knowing that Jesus went into the he went back into, I think it was a temple, and or he went to like the store area thing. I can see it because I like watching the Bible movies, but I'm really bad at explaining stuff because honestly, I think it was a temple like store. It was like I don't want to say like the shopping center because that's not the word that they use. But you know what I mean? Like where they buy and sell stuff. And he was flipping tables, man. And he was like, "You guys are not taking my father's land and buying and selling it. Like no, we're not doing that shit." And he didn't say, no, we're not doing that shit, but you know what I mean. I use words that could be taken as swears, but I just use it because it's like an emphasis on a word, or because it means like stuff. Like to me, shit means stuff. Anyway, it's just slang and words are changing and hubba booba. Um, oh, life is crazy. So that's one of my favorite things because I'm like, that's and that, and also reading. Where is it from? Maybe it's in Matthew where it talks about not being a people pleaser. It talks about you don't not to be a people pleaser, and not to let, if you see evil, not to just let it happen, because if you're just standing by and you're letting evil happen, you're just as bad as the evil person letting it happen. Like stand up for what's right. And after learning that, I was like, wow, you're right. Like I shouldn't be held silent, even though that's what my parents always taught me. They go, if you don't like something, just be silent. You don't have to say anything about it. Just don't like it. And I'm like, that's stupid. But then I got trained to not listen to my own feelings, not stand up for myself. Yeah, the shit that they warped my brain into is crazy. But yeah, guys, not to say you have to be mean, but just to say stand up for what's right. And standing up for what's right is not mean, it's how you approach it. And I also am learning that it's okay to be patient. And it's okay for your reaction to change at some point, because your reaction, shows seriousness. And it's okay if your reaction isn't pleasing to someone else, I keep telling myself not to cause harm, not to cause harm, not to cause harm. And no, not to cause harm. But here's something that I am right now pondering. And I don't have any, I am only, it's only a theoretical question that I'm thinking of right now. I don't have any answer to, but I'm going to ask you to. Not to cause harm to people. But I'm curious if you guys know or have, learned. So God is very, very, very patient, but at some point in time, enough is enough. And at some point in time, he let the floodwaters go. And at some point in time, he sent his son. And at some point in time, he let Judas what he was going to do. And he let his son be crucified. And at some point in time, he's going to come back. And my wonder is, these, and God has also let his wrath out on people before. And he's, come to points and times where my wonder is, in God's eyes, how does he almost decipher when enough is enough? Is it when the person's intention is like, maybe they have fully committed, like, I am going to do it my own way? I don't know. I wonder, like, if anyone has any, because I was thinking that this morning, like, when does God, when is it enough? Like, when is enough for God anyway? Just something I ponder and think about. And if anyone knows, yeah, let me know. I'm learning so much. I don't know much, so anyway, I keep doing this because I get nervous. Yes, Angers is French. But when we came over, I have to look back on my tree, because when we came, so we're from that city, and then, but when we came over, my dad's dad, like my father's bloodline is French. They came from France to Canada, down to Maine, down to Connecticut / Rhode Island, I have to look into. And, oh, that might make sense. Something just connected in my head. But when we came over from France, we were part of the Cyr family. So I don't know how. But then I know there's a Lucien Angers, Lucien-Angers. I don't know. I want to look up my family tree, because I remember seeing that. And then my father's mother was Lithuanian. And I don't really know her way up. But what I do know is that my mom is 100% Irish and some other things. And I keep asking her about her family, but she has no idea. Apparently, she has no clue. She stumbles. She goes, I have some like cousins and stuff. And I'm like, well, how many? What are their names? She goes, she kind of stumbles over it. And I'm like, didn't you grow up? She goes, yeah, we grew up together. And I'm like, do you know them? She goes, yeah. She could tell me about one-on-one, but when I asked her to name them, she was like, oh, I don't really know. I'm like, sorry. Did your doctor prescribe any new medications to you? No. No, this is just me. I'm actually pretty sedated right now. It just goes to show how much I hold in normally. So yeah, my father's side, they were like evangelical Christians. They left France to come here to spread the gospel. And I think my father's mother, I think they left Lithuania for some war, maybe. That could be it, or that could be why, I don't know. I think that's what it was. And then my mom's side, I just know they're both Irish. I don't know where they landed, but I know that my mom's father was a really great spy. He was at some spy center over in England, but he was like one of the top spies. Like he was ka-chow, you know what I mean? Like he was ranked up there. You're not normal today. Am I ever normal? Am I ever normal? Cathartic of you. What does cathartic mean? Evangeline. Oh, Evangeline. Does cathartic mean Catholic? Cause I grew up Catholic. Well, my parents were my grandfather, he was Catholic. Well, they all are Roman Catholic. No, okay, so that's the thing, is some days, if you guys catch me not on YouTube or whatever, and this is what I've been watching with myself, there are some days where, like, especially when my dreams are really crazy, where I kind of am like not that I'm not myself, but I'm just like so, yeah, I don't know how to describe it, but it's almost like I have PTSD, so my brain is almost just like, when I sleep, let me give you some background. When I sleep, most of my dreams are packing up my items into my boxes, trying to find my car, which I parked somewhere and can't find, and it's a bomb war scene, and I'm hiding from other people, or I'm doing missions going from one apartment to the next apartment, collecting people, bringing people other places, and just like moving around. But it's a constant war scene where there's like bombs and a whole bunch of like just AK-47 and like just dragons and fire dragons, and it's all fire and red and scary and then dark. There's this really big building that I discovered was the Hartford, the Hartford. Well, yeah, I'm from Connecticut. Was the hospital I go to. And if I go down one area, which I figured out is actually the, what's it called? Elevator down. If I go into that area, like in my dreams, it's an open chute and you fall down. And if you go down to the bottom, there's like the little guys that get you. And yeah, so that's just part of my dream. And these happen every night. Where are you sitting? Oh, I was sitting outside, but then my phone started to die, so I came back upstairs. Oh, totally full of emotions and released a lot of emotions for you. Is that what cathartic means? I don't know. Yeah, I've been, yeah, Lucian, the first one, Crystal. Yeah, you know what's really funny? Okay, it's not funny. This morning, I have been doing a much better job feeling my feelings and naming my feelings. And when I feel an emotion, naming it. And sorry, I'm like, oh, coffee teeth. My this morning I was feeling anger, and I have like a little, yeah, I'm a hot mess. The anger feeling. I was feeling the anger feeling, and I wanted to. Usually, I throw apples at trees or rip paper, and I wanted to release, but I also wanted to strategically do it and almost be like, is there a way that I can let out this anger without breaking something? You know, because sometimes, or I'll like stomp on a cardboard box. Like I feel it escalating, so I can usually like grab something really quick and like let it out and like do it safely. But then I was like, I don't always want to break something. So then I started Googling, is there ways to let out anger without smashing things? And Google told me, you know, give me some solutions. So I was like, okay, I was thinking about it. And then I was like, well, right now, at least I can practice feeling the anger feeling and acknowledging it. And I could just sit here and acknowledge the feeling. And I did for a little bit. And then the feeling passed. And I was feeling better. And I was like, wow, I just had to fucking name my emotion. That's great. 25, that's great. So I can't wait to go back to DVT group tomorrow and tell my therapist. She's going to be really proud of me. Cathartic. Cathartic. Oh, cathartic. Yeah, people have called me that before. Definitely. Oh, yeah. Oh, like, yeah, I can hear it. Like, why am I thinking Beauty and the Beast? Like Belle. Oh my gosh. Oh, maybe that's why Belle was one of my favorite things growing up. Anyway, yeah, I'm kind of tired. Oh, you know what? I didn't take my antidepressant this morning. That's so funny. Um, guys, 75% of you guys are amazing this morning. That's awesome. I wish I could answer. Do you guys think we're even going to get to organizing my binders today? I don't think so. I don't think we're going to get to anything today. Oh, yeah. Like I was saying, I do these where I just like space out for like days on end. And I just stay spaced out. Girl, no. The Zoloft. I don't take the mirtazapine anymore. Oh, screw the mirtazapine. Do not take the mirtazapine unless that is what you need. If you need to sleep a lot and eat a lot, do that. But the sertraline, the Zoloft, I should take that now. Oh gosh. Okay. Like debating if I'm gonna go back downstairs now or... Wow, now that I'm in bed, I'm really comfy. I kind of don't want to get back up. All right, I'm gonna take y'all back downstairs. We're gonna get organized. I'll take my meds. You guys hear all my fans, my air purifier, my cups, all my stuff. I have this like little Lazy Susan. So nice. I'm talking for my meds. Take your meds with me. Should I do this every day? 1 p.m. Take your meds with me. Oh my god, it's 1 p.m. Disgusting. You know what sucks? Is that in the back of my head, I hear my mom's voice. Oh shit. Going, you need to do something with your life. And I'm like, Mom, what do you want me to do? I'm on YouTube Live. This is the life. What do you mean? I'm like, Mom, I've done a lot of shit my whole life. Let me fucking rest. And then I was thinking the other day, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's right. I have maybe taken a collective 20 days off of work in the past few years. That's also probably why I'm, you know what I mean? Like, I used to work from the second I woke up until the second I fell asleep every single day for so long. And when I say work, like I'm going to say, I don't know how the students are doing it. And in college, I used to wake up, go to my classes as a full-time student. I used to do part-time work. I used to be a full-time collegiate cheerleader, which didn't mean just going to practices and doing whatever I had to. It was like going to all of games. It was doing appearances multiple times a week where it would take a few hours, and you take a few hours getting ready, and then you have to show up at the appearance, then you have to be at the event for some time, and then we would have to do, the games took so long. You'd have to get to the games hours early, and then you have to stay late, and oh my gosh, and sometimes we would have to help marketing blow up the freaking balloons for games. Like, what? It was crazy. And on top of that, I was a delivery driver for a restaurant in my college town. And whenever I would drive, I used to make so much. Like, I don't know how, like, I did so well when I was delivering, probably because I posted on my Instagram story, like, guys, order this food. And I was friends with a lot of people on the from the campus, but when I would deliver, they had to recount the numbers multiple times because they're like, there's no way that this is what it came out as. And I'm like, no, that's literally what it came out as. So anyway, that's my humble brag. that was a good delivery driver in college. I think, looking back on my college life, I think that was one of the most notable things, was working for Albies. If you have ever been to the University of Rhode Island and you stop in Albies, you better tell them I sent you. All right? You walk in, you say, where is the owner? let Jake come on out and say, Jay, Courtney sent me. You just look at him. And if he doesn't pick up what you're putting down, say, Matt sent me too. Matt's my friend that worked there too. And if he doesn't pick up what you're putting down, you better call me. Because then I'm going to have a talk with him. All right? Listen, these are my, these are my threats, but it's not really a threat. It's more of a promise. Do you guys want to see my updated picture? Look. Oh, let me turn it. I start painting. Oh, wait, you can't see it. How do I stop the background? I want no background, no green screen. I want no green screen. My dog is so annoying. Oh yeah, so I'm still painting. All right, so this is, listen, it's in the works. There's gonna be cotton over that, I promise. It's not, it is just foundation. I do crazy stuff over this. I'm trying to fix up the shapes on these guys, and these I like, but of course I'm gonna add a little something to it so it doesn't look so like bleh. But they're supposed to be my little baby roses. And then this, I'm gonna make that gone. And I'm gonna probably make that gone too. And then these guys, I'm gonna have to puff up. And I'm thinking I wanna do, yes, this is my drawing. This is my drawing for my second grade art class that I'm in. Not even second grade, that's like advanced. We're not even at that level. Yeah, this is my drawing. It looks like shit right now because it's like, I have like the foundation and the bronzer on, but you can't really see that because, you know, I'm practicing my doll wink. Did you see that? This is my house. All right, we're going back outside. Look at where I have my papers. Oh, I love embarrassing myself. Nothing like it, really. There's really nothing like embarrassing yourself. Okay. Now, oh, I should have gotten my little phone holder. Oh, God. I don't know what to do. I feel like if I just like, then I could just like set it up, right? Can we just set it up? Then you could see? Is this your, oh, I read that. My life is an acid trip of Skittles. I've never actually done hard drugs. All right, so those are my papers, and we're just gonna organize them. I'm gonna organize the shit out of everything right now, okay? Steal it, sell it. Oh gosh. Yeah, I love you guys, but yeah, I'm my scalp itches. I shouldn't. I can't talk. I can't talk. Just mute myself. Thank God you guys have a mute button. I shaved my head last night. I think it's one of my favorite hobbies now. I love doing it. You guys don't know how good it feels. Like, if your scalp itches, just shave it. Just fucking shave it. And I don't even go with anything crazy. I have the razor, like, you know the razors where it's like you keep the handle, but you get the replacement razor top. I just take the replacement razor top, no long handle. It's kind of short, so it's easier, honestly, to hold. I go back to front, and then I go front to back. And I go side. It feels so good. And last night, I made this little, like, it's like a natural, like, exfoliant it was sugar, honey, and a little bit of, like, it was like a Broner's tea tree and hemp, like it's like a 28-in-1 or whatever it is, like soap. And I love those natural, so it was natural, just like essential oils. And I use that, and then what I do is my head is like fully submerged, like I'm not underwater, like holding my breath, like the water's like here. And then I shave it while it's underwater, and that shit feels so good. But it's also really cool to go from like having little stubblies to shaving it and then feeling like a line of smooth. And it's just, anyway, that's something I just really wanted to share. So fucking embarrassing. All right, let me see if I'm caught up on here. Oh yeah, that's right. Sunlight. So I think I'm allergic to the sun. At least I know I'm really sensitive to it. But then I was also reading that sunlight is really good for seb derm. So yeah, I'm at a crossroads. All right, we're gonna get to organize. We're gonna stop organizing. How do you grow your hair so long? You are allergic to the sunlight. Did you forget? Thank you. Hey, that's right. I actually did forget. Thank you for reminding me though. Sorry, I feel like when I said that, it sounded sarcastic, but it wasn't sarcastic. I can't speak. We know this. This is where I keep all my files, like all my papers, and it's really not important papers at all. Like, I have like my old medications from my, like paper bags. And then I also have like my, what is this? Like I have stuff from like my bank. My oil check receipt. Like, I don't need this stuff. And then I have like my social security stuff in here. So yeah, this is gonna be such a project. I kind of don't want to do it, but I really should. Oh my god, my fingers. Maybe we'll get started with the bow. Look. Here's the trauma. Bow. That was the name of the school I worked for. Bow. Well, it wasn't. It was a longer name, but that's what we called them. Oh wait, no, I'm smart. That's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing. Oh, this is definitely from those fuckers. Every little thing is gonna be alright. When I was younger, my father, white as can be, grew us up on explicitly only Marley. Bob Marley, Ziggy Marley. Dragonfly was my go-to song. I didn't know about like, I did not know about like 95.7 or like any of like the pop radio or like Britney Spears or anything like that. Like not until my friends showed me in like late middle school. Besides that, I knew pretty much only reggae. And I want to also say UB40, but UB40 is not really reggae. They're kind of like ska type music. Oh my god, it's crazy. It's so crazy. I am losing it. I don't need those. It's just some phone numbers for people who owe me stuff. These are some of my benefit informations. Did you guys hear about the lady who was a nurse and she was working on she was working on live and she's talking about patient information? Like, how are you that dumb? How do you actively break HIPAA and then say, guys, holla at me if I break HIPAA? Like, fuck you. I think I laugh when I'm uncomfortable. Okay. Man, all these guys really? I guess I'm in the wrong spot. This is all my health stuff. When the EMT came on Sunday, he was like, what's your medical history? What do you have problems with? And I looked at him and I was like, I got a lot of problems, but I'm just trying to think about what's relevant to you. And then I was like, yeah. Oh, God. Is that essential? Look at that. Oh, these fuckers. Alright, guys, we're gonna take a little break ski, and I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Let's put back on. Well, no, I guess you guys can. I was like, do you guys want to watch the birds? I should whip out my accordion binder and just hand it to him here. Alright, I'll be right back. I have a friend. I have a friend for you. Nala, come say hi. Come on, Nala. Nala, come here, hon. Come here. Don't, please don't do this to me. Come here, honey. You were just begging to come on out. Nala. I don't know. Nala, come here. Alright, I'll just leave it and she'll definitely come back in. Come on, Nala Bean. Maybe if I put you like, oh, fuck. Oh, wait, that was the sound of cord that scared me. As you could tell, I get scared really easily. Oh, no. Oh, no. You can, oh, come on out. Can you see them? Are you guys okay? Are you okay with that? Does this work for you? Sorry, Tits. Sorry, guys. Stop it. Hi. You are so cute. Does this work for y'all? What to do? Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm gonna go take these guys. I'm gonna take these guys for a little play. It has been so fun talking to y'all. We're gonna do this another time. Have a beautiful rest of your day. I love you guys. Bye.